Monday, November 25th, 2013, I trailed the editors of Rutgers Newark's weekly newspaper, The Observer. I also stayed the night for their weekly layout session for the upcoming week's paper. Throughout that time, I learned a great deal about the good and bad of being a part of a newspaper. Brian Harris, editor-in-chief of The Observer, feels that late nights working at The Observer is what he dislikes most about it. He spends a ton of time away from friends.
The time away from home, it's very demanding, and also when you're doing classes, an internship like I'm doing too. I don't have a lot of time for my friends from home, and I spend a lot of time up here, and I don't live here. I'm not from North Jersey, so, I would like to see my friends from home more, and when I do, it's like, oh, hey, it's the ghost of Brian Harris. So that's the toughest part about it, is not seeing, my friends from home, the ones I've connected with my whole life, and the ones that I probably feel most comfortable being around.
Do you miss your friends at home?
Yes, I do. I feel that I should be doing a way better job in keeping in touch with them, and that's on me.
The Observer doesn't have many writers for the paper. The day I followed the staff, they happened to have their weekly staff meeting where editors pitch stories to staff writers. Besides the editors and George Garneau, the Observer's advisor, the meeting was empty. Harris, who runs the Observer, blames himself for the lack of writers.
I wish I could do a better job in getting more people into writing for the paper. I think because I let my emotions get the best of me. I'm a very emotional driven person, even though I try not to be. Even when I'm outside of the newspaper and not here, probably the most laid back human being you'll ever meet. But, the way I get my stress of being the Observer out is by being very sarcastic. And I feel that rubs some people the wrong way, which I'm not trying to do, but I feel that it does.
Okay.
A newspaper needs stories and writers to run successfully, especially a weekly newspaper. Without that, it leads to added stress on the editor's shoulders. This occurred the week before I followed the staff. Evan LeBlanc, the Observer's sports editor, fills us in on what happened.
I think the most stressful situation probably was last week when they only had 4 stories. And I guess what saved them was that they had a lot of full-page ads. So when you only have 4 stories and you have an 8-page issue, and there's 2 stories on the front page, and you have 2 stories that's going to last, throughout the whole issue. That becomes a stressful situation. So I guess last week was probably the most stressful, being that we had so few short stories and ads, so it makes it look like a picture issue, but it really was an issue where there wasn't enough stories to go around.
Running a newspaper is not always an agonizing experience. The cheerful relationship between the staff makes the job fun for them.
That is a spiffy new jacket. Oh yeah, get the spiffy new jacket.
Jacket.
Amusing times like this occurred throughout the semester, leading to a close-knit bond between the staff. In a reflective interview, Matthew Cole, the opinions editor at The Observer, details a few fascinating characters on the staff.
You got Brian Harris, the editor-in-chief of the paper, fun-loving guy, one of the most laid-back guys around. You got Scott Ninsley, philosopher, basically a novelist. There's Brian Harris currently. Evan LeBlanc, our sports editor. Comedic timing of Jerry Seinfeld. Good bunch of people.
All in all, it was a good experience that revealed a lot about the members of the Observer faculty, as well as insight on how a newspaper is run.